Alright, in this video we're going to go over the tool offset page. Right now we're looking at the geometry page, and you have all these X numbers here. We're going to use tool 8 as an example. Tool 8 has a minus 13.215 in it. What that represents is the distance when the turret's all the way up in the home position. From that position down, here's a tool tip. How far does it need to travel from home to get the center of the spindle, or X0? Now the Z offset on all the tools are measured from approximately this space. If you just take a steel rule quick and you look at where it's at, you can see it's just over 4 inches. In our offsets, we have just over 4 inches. The radius column, that describes the radius of your insert. So that radius that's on the edge of the insert should be placed in that column, but only in the geometry page. Now the T, or the type, describes the orientation of the tool. You can see in tool 8 we actually don't have anything in there right now, but that's because we're not actually using tool comp. So like tool 4, for example, has a 2 in it. A 2 would be describing the direction of the insert. 2s are used for boring tools on this machine. If we look at like a turning tool, right here, the insert is pointing in this direction. That's an orientation of 3. Now those are in the manuals. It's also on our setup sheets whether or not they need it. One way a person can check to see if a program's using it is if you're in the edit mode and you bring up your program and just simply type G41 right there and press the down arrow. That'll scan your program for that code. It is not using G41. The other code for tool nose compensation is G42. Again, we'll hit the down arrow, search, not being used. So since the program is not being used, these are actually useless at this point. Only when you're using a G41 or a G42 do those two numbers come into play. Now let's look at the wear page. On the wear page, you're going to see little small micro adjustments. Those are just adjustments that need to be made to the tools to get them right on the money. This is where all your adjustments should be made after you've touched them off using the tool probe. And you can see all these are 0 on this side. Rarely, if ever, would you ever need to make an adjustment to your radius on a turning tool. The tool type carries out onto the wear page as well and will match what is in the geometry page.